Good evening, TCH Live, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, the home of Texas Card House Dallas. It's time for the final table of the even bigger one. I'm RJ Dupree alongside my man, Mr. Eric Van Loozen. What's up, Eric?
Well, we're off to a good start because it's not the even bigger one. It's actually the Lone Star Showdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great weekend with family, but here we are.
Even bigger than the even bigger one.
Yeah, this is the Lone Star Showdown. This is our final table for the night. Took us a while to get here, but we are here. $78,330 in the prize pool on this $250 entry. We had 373 entries today, including yours truly. $1,640 is what they've all got locked up, but we're looking at a $17,000 first place prize in our Lone Star Showdown today. Cards are in the air. Let's get after it, folks.
There we go. I'm ready. It's the Lone Star Showdown.
That's right.
Not the usual even bigger one here on Saturdays here at Texas Card House Dallas. A fantastic prize pool we're playing for today. And we have some of our favorites here at the final table. We'll go through the final table. In seat one, we have Sophie Diva, rocking a screen name in reference to his puppy dog tonight, Sophie. So in the one seat, we have Sophie. In the two seat, we have Adil. In the three seat, we have Don H. In the four seat, Kasra K. In the five seat, Serge. In the six seat, Essa. 7
Harris
is our man, Harris C. The 8 seat is John H. And the Texas legend himself, Mr. Bart, in the 9 seat.
Bart Bogart in the 9 seat under the gun, and he's getting to work already with an ace-jack.
Hand number one. Ace-jack under the gun. Everybody's favorite hand to look at. First hand of a final table. Sophie lets go of the pocket threes. They're in the muck.
How dare he?
A little raggy around the rail. King 10 there in the small blind. But Bart's going to take it down. Ace-jack gets by with it. No resistance.
Nobody wants to mess with Bart on hand number one. That is for sure. And, of course, we just mentioned Harris over there in the, what are we calling that color today? Are we calling that lavender, the lavender hoodie?
Yeah,
he's one of our own. He's one of our dealers, and he is coming to this final table as a guy who doesn't play tournaments.
That's right.
Chip leader.
Chip leader for Harris. He's over there in the 7th seat rocking $3.5 million. He was talking earlier how tournament players are absolutely crazy, and here he is finding himself at the final table with a chip lead.
What's going on, Mitchell? How you doing,
of course, I agree with him. Tournament players are a little bit crazy.
A lot of friends have already joined us in the chat because the time was a little off, so we had a lot of folks kind of already patiently waiting.
Yeah, hello, Salty Ninja and Kiwi already in the chat. Met Skins Polka.
Going on, Jacob?
Hello, everyone.
All right.
Mitchell A. What's up, buddy?
Harris getting off the schneid here, right out the gate as well on the button.
Rocking that button work with a queen 8. Take it down.
So John H. over there in the 8 seat has got 250K. Blinds are at 40, 80, and 80.
So that is not very many. So he comes in as our short stack. 80, 160, 240. That's 3 and a skosh, Eric.
3 blinds. Need some help.
Gotta hit it on the button, guys.
Kasra K here in the 4th seat. He's going to bump it up. With the King 9, he will make it 165 to go. 165,000. That's a min raise and a click. Our man Essa back at the final table tonight. Good to see him back on TCH Live. He's rocking the 6th seat. He's got a 9-10 suited.
Back over to Bart in the small blind. He wants nothing to do with that ace-9. He's going to get out of the way. And Sophie doesn't want to play those pocket pairs today, so just going to fold his big blind.
Folding pocket 6s to a min raise in the big blind. How did he know? King 8-5 the flop here, 2 diamonds. Top pair here for Kasra, holding the king of diamonds. Our man Essa will flop a flush draw. And he goes check, check. King of clubs on the turn. Trip City here for Kasra. $200,000 to bet into 530.
Yeah, absolutely. Action flop indeed.
Couple of diamonds out there. Essa's going to come along. Makes the call. Off to the river we go. 6 of diamonds. Flush for Essa.
And I thought the saying was he who chases straights and flushes go home on what, something in buses?
Go home on buses unless they hit.
But they hit. Essa has hit his flush.
You will hit them roughly 1/3 of the time, Eric. And Essa has found one here. And he's going to pick up $865,000 in profit, $1.5 million in it. Nice pot there for Essa.
Well done there. Nice little hand for Essa, and Kasra loses the min.
Loses the min. Did a pretty good job there. Controlling that pot. Sticking and moving. Well done.
So lots of folks in the chat already. I saw my man Lego popped in a
What's
little
up,
bit
Lego?
ago. We've got our man Brad Borick. Got Jake. Got Essa.
All right, let us know who you're rooting for in the chat.
Dim McCain. Brian Goodman. Likes Essa's jersey, but he's going with color-coded Bart.
Manchester.
The man in black.
Not Manchester U, but Manchester City. The baby blue. Yeah, definitely lost a min there checking that flop. No one's playing pocket pairs yet. First, let's go with the threes. John H. has ripped it. He's got a premium here in the cutoff, ace-queen. He is down to 3 blinds and a skosh. And I'm not sure what Sophie did here. Sophie has ripped it as well. Sophie's in the small blind with ace-6. And look at this. Our man Adil in the big blind. He's rocking ace-jack of clubs.
Everybody behind me on that.
There we go. Almost all the aces are out. We've got ace-queen, ace-jack, and ace-6.
So, yeah, we got the shorty John H. ripping it with $250,000. Sophie is actually our next shortest stack at $295,000. And the deal's like, I've got plenty of chips. I'll make the call here with ace-jack.
Stand-up equity for the shorty who came to the table with only 3.5 big blinds.
Battle of the kickers here in hand number 4.
Jumps, right?
All right, we got a 3-way all-in on hand number 4. About 1 million chips in the middle here.
All right, John's got the best of it here. He's looking to dodge the world.
The 1 seat and the 8 seat are at risk. It's an ace.
Ace, king, jack, 2 pair here for Adil.
My goodness.
Not out of the woods yet. A queen or a 10 could change things. Adil trying to get the double knockout here. He's got the big stack.
Doing the heavy lifting. Got to dodge that queen or 10.
It's a king.
Uh-oh.
And that will also counterfeit the ace-jack. So
3-way chop?
ace-queen will get it here. Aces and kings
Oh,
with,
with a
a
queen.
queen kicker.
With a queen.
So John H.
There you
going to
go.
find the triple up.
Wow, what a freaking river card.
And Adil and Sophie actually draw a chop here.
Yes, they do.
Aces and kings with a jack kicker.
For that little side pod.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I knew I was confused there. So, yeah, nobody gets eliminated.
So a good old-fashioned hot mess right here in hand number 4. Sophie will get $45,000 back, half of that side pot. John H. will get the triple up. That'll get him up to 830,000.
Much needed triple.
Adil does take a little bit of a hit. He gets half of that side pot as a coupon, but no players eliminated. What a king on the river here.
Mitchell A. saying, I've seen this movie before, and my character dies in that movie.
Woo.
Well, the cowboy rides away. He survives.
I was with you, Mitch. We were smelling double knockout there. The king ball throws us a curveball, and everybody gets to stay.
Luka Donkish in the chat, rooting for his buddy Bart. What's going on, Simon?
All right, Kasra here looking at ace-jack under the gun. He's going to raise 165,000 to go. Little min click under the gun, folds around the rail all the way to the big blind. Don H has 10-6. Just take it.
And evidently, we may have added another R. It's supposed to be Kasra, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're not sure how many R's are in there.
Yeah. We added one for funsies.
I did get to visit with Kasra here before the final table, and he was excited to be here tonight and on stream. Looking forward to a fun final table with a healthy payout.
So our friend Sophie Diva did get that small little 45K back, and that's all he's got left. So Team Sophie Diva, named after his dog tonight, he's going to need more than a little bit of help.
Shout outs from Team Sophie Diva. Of course, we recognize Mr. Sophie as a player that plays in a lot of these tournaments here at TCH Dallas and TCH Las Colinas.
Yeah, I think he normally goes by Pinto, but going by Sophie Diva tonight.
Shout out to our man
Kasra.
Pinto.
Kasra waking up with the aces.
Aces are a good starter. Pretty good starter.
Facing a raise and a call. Yes, please.
Yeah, John H., the original raiser over there with ace-5 suited. A deal trying to come along with that 6-3 on the button.
And it is Rip City for the aces.
Just going to rip it. 1.5 million all in from Kasra.
We had a little player folding out of turn there. We still go clockwise, boys. 45 made the money today, and I know that, Brian Goodman, because I was one of them.
That's right. I almost looked it up.
I finished 44th today. We had a long little hand-for-hand battle when we got down to 46. We got to the money, and pretty quickly after that, chips started flying.
Hey, you were on the right side of the bubble today.
I was.
Shout out to my good friend Michelle E.
She was the
That's
bubble?
really just Michelle. She was not the bubble.
Double bubble?
She was the money bubble. So she was the first person to get money. She was on the right side of the bubble.
Okay.
And you were actually...
Right after her?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. Got my ace-king suited in the big blind against jacks. We flopped ace-king. We flopped 2 pair, RJ. What do you think came on the turn?
Ace-king the flop?
Yeah.
Jack ball.
Jack ball on the turn.
Aye.
Didn't improve on the river, so that was all she wrote. And the player who knocked me out is not even at the final table. How dare he take my chips?
Well, my new friends
squander them.
My new friends Ted and Moose say you got to go with that hand. Ace-king got to go with it.
Action tracking a little bit behind. We're catching up on the hand here. It's still showing Kasra's aces on that previous hand. So Serge is waiting here.
We do not know that he has aces back-to-back.
Oh, okay, so the guy that folded that turn, we did have to have our tournament director / action tracker tonight because Min is double duty. He's having to do both. He had to come out.
Triple duty. Shout out to our man Min tonight.
He had to come out and let the player know that do that again, young man, and you will have a one-round penalty.
You do not want to run around penalty when you have enough chips to cover half a blind, by the way.
Yeah.
That would be bad news.
You ready? 2, scan. All right. You ready?
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. What's going on, Mitchell Palooza?
D. Michael watching from sunny-ish Florida tonight.
All right, John H. is
Welcome.
all in again, under the gun 2 this time with the ace-5.
All right, Sophie's got 2 letters, so he's all in with king, queen.
Serge
Oh,
has
dear.
2 letters.
We got us a hand.
So another 3-way all in.
So Sophie is all in for 45,000, a little over half a blind. John H. actually has some chips now. He's all in for 650,000, which actually has Serge covered. Our man Serge is in the big blind with 480,000. So John H. is not at risk here officially, but he is running low on equity.
You had a queen? Yes.
Yeah, Sophie started with half a big blind. He would get the ante if he wins.
He would, yes.
That's an astute observation. 5 can
So
win 2.
dealer is getting those pots correct.
Our man Serge having a good time. He's rocking that stand-up equity here, sipping on his latte of some sort. Of course, Serge, friend of the TCH live stream. We see him on a lot of final tables. He's looking to hold here. He's got ace-king, pardon me. Queen lands here for Sophie,
And
but
he's got
it's
the
all
only
spades.
spade. Okay, he's got the only spade.
Sophie's in for that main pot. Ace-king is still battling ace-5 for the big side pot.
Got to dodge an 8.
No 5, no 8. Ace-king for Serge is going to hold in the big side pot. He will actually pick up 390,000 in profit. But
Dope.
Sophie, the super shorty, he's going to quadruple up here.
Yeah, John H. is going to take a little hit there, go back all the way down to 170 after that triple up of his own. Serge is going to get a nice little healthy side pot there. But our man Sophie had only 45,000 to start that hand.
Now he's
Blinds at
got
40, 80, 80,
Dip, dip, dip.
and boom.
Now he's got 255,000, Eric.
Yes, I said ace king. I know.
So that's more than the
What do you want me to do?
quintuple up.
There we go. Speaking of Michelle, she has joined the chat. Hello, Michelle. She was at the table behind me, and we, I guess we went back-to-back. We got knocked out back-to-back there right after the bubble burst.
I think there was one right between you guys.
Okay.
Officially, according to the Poker Atlas charts.
Yeah, not fun.
All right, but John H. is going to rip it here. He's connected with the 8-9. Bart looking down at ace-queen suited. So he's going to go over some of his options here.
No, it actually shows.
A couple?
Well, it shows myself and a guy named Chris at 44 and 45. So I'm not sure if Michelle was the bubble today or this Bon Harn was, but either way, good run. Neither one of us wanted to
Yeah, that is not what I
get
saw.
busted before the
That looks different than the one I saw earlier, Eric.
final
What the heck?
table.
All right, so Bart just calls the 170,000 all in with his ace-queen. It's going to get all the way around to the big blind here with Essa. Essa has 6-3 of hearts. 170,000 all in from John H. Just barely over a min click here, so that'll bring Essa in. Variety of hands to this flop. Queen 10-4.
Big old flop for Bart Bogart.
Bart's going to land top. Ace-queen.
And you land top, it's not check it down and try to eliminate a player. It's go ahead and try to take down this pot.
Get out of my pot. Bart does bet 200,000. Essa knows what that means. He's out of there with the 6-3 of hearts.
Yeah, you heard him say, you better have something here, Bart. Well, of course he does. He's got top. And that's his pot.
8-9 going to look for a jack here. Did flop a gut shot. Ten of spades, no help. Only a jack could change things here. To the river we go, 5 of diamonds. 8-9, no help for John H. He will be eliminated in 9th place, courtesy of this hand. Sweet run for our man John H., and he will finish in 9th place with that nice prize of $1,640.
That's right. 373 entries today. This is our final 9. $250 buy-in. He turned that into $1,640. Nice run. Hopefully we will see you again on another TCH Dallas final table. Found out that Essa there in the 6th seat qualified in our free roll
Ah.
because of this tournament right here. So
There we go.
to qualify for that free roll that's coming up on June 7th, you have to make a final table in our Thursday, our Friday, and one of our Saturday, either 30K or 50K tournaments. And this one right here got Essa to qualify. There's only a handful of folks that have qualified for that.
By the way.
More than that now. Essa became either 3 or 4, so a couple other guys right on their heels. So keep firing in these tournaments, folks. Try to make it to that 15K free roll on June the 7th.
Yeah,
congratulations to Essa.
A lot of folks just needing one more final table here or there. I know our man Vu tonight finished in 12th place. He was looking forward to finishing in this one, and he needs a Saturday final table. So we've got a lot of folks close, and it's going to be a fun little sweat here as we move along through the month of April. Don H has got pocket sixes. He's going to bump it up. Over there in our 3 seat, a deal limped with that Jack 8. He's coming along.
Not a lot of flops you're going to like with those small pairs. We've seen a lot of them folded already at this final table. 5s were folded in this hand. 6s isn't going to be in love with that.
And neither is
but
Jack 8.
But he's going to bet it.
Yeah.
He's going to bet it, and he's going to take it down, though, because he's got a pair. Bet it while it's good.
There we go. We're starting to get some roots in the chat. Love to see it. Let's go Bart. Harris looking healthy over there. And let's go Kasra.
Shout out to the Coils. Got to see both Jim and Dory today. Lots of folks were here. Like I mentioned, 373 entries today. So really nice turnout today. 50K guarantee. We got it all the way up. Just under 80,000, a little over 78,000 today.
Sweet little show out today.
Our man Simon Britton mentioned in the chat earlier, $17,000 for a first place payout in a one-day tournament for $250.
$250 there.
Pretty damn good. Another shout out to our tournament folks. And Kasra did give his aces back earlier. We swear it. He's going to wake up on the final table with aces again.
Hand number 10. Kasra looking at red aces this time. Bumps it up, 300,000 to go. Puts a little extra on it there as he saw that a deal limped under the gun. A deal does make the call, so we'll see a flop heads up. Ace 7-6, top set for Kasra.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those tough to get any more chips as he's flopped pretty much all of it. A deal doesn't flop a pair, a draw, really anything.
Doesn't turn anything either.
Doesn't turn anything
King
either.
Jack of clubs running drier and dry here. Kasra does bet on the turn, 300,000. Time to get a little money out there if you can.
Told him to tank for a little bit. You can do whatever you want.
So Kasra bets 300,000 here. A deal thinking it over, but does throw King Jack into the muck. Take it down, Kasra.
I've never seen tank for a little bit.
I think. Are we done?
Yeah, they're just making sure graphics gets caught.
Okay,
Knows how much the pot is here.
A little production stoppage here. We're ready to roll here very shortly. There we go. There we go.
While they're getting that situated, did want to mention that this month, our even bigger one, pay no attention to those dates right there. That's from last month, but April 14th is when the next even bigger one is going to happen.
That's here pretty quick, Eric.
April the 14th. That's right. We got to prepare for the WSOP circuit stop down in Austin, so our even bigger one is going to start on April the 14th. That's our $300 buy-in, 250K guarantee. So check the app for the actual correct dates, but that is our even bigger one, the Mas Grande, 250K guarantee, $300 buy-in. Multi-day tournament. You can double bag and triple bag and all that jazz. Starts in just 2 weeks, folks. 10 days, actually. We're already on April 4th.
Man.
About 700 million.
Glenn in the chat rooting on Dawn. Welcome to the show, Mr. Glenn.
What do you got?
Bart is going to rip it in the small blind, use that stack to
in.
pick on the shorty. And the Gronkowski spike down from Sophie, the ace-6. Never been so proud of that one.
If I'm running low, I am absolutely pumped to see ace-6 suited for sure.
You got it in good.
Sophie's got the best of it here. He's going to try to dodge queen or a 3 for Bart. Queen in the window, followed by another one. Queen, queen 9, the flop.
That's almost drawn dead.
Sophie's in trouble.
That's turning dead.
Queen 3's got the check mark. Sophie Diva.
He got bogarted.
He got bogarted. He'll finish today's Lone Star Showdown in 8th place, a sweet prize for Sophie, $2,110. And, of course, we'll see our man Pinto very, very soon.
All right, players got almost $2,600 locked up now. We've got 7 players remaining, including TCH's very own Harris over there.
Harris hanging out in the 7th seat, just chilling so far.
He's looking festive in maybe a little Easter pastel colors, right? He's got the lavender hoodie on.
I think it's blue.
We're going to call it lavender. It was blue when he bought it. It's faded. Yep, getting bogarted, that's almost as good as getting listered. I got listered one time real bad. Only a matter of time before I get
We got a crew
bogarted.
around here. They'll get you.
Serge is surging.
He's going to rip it.
He drank half a case of Serge before he got here. He's fired up.
All right, our man Serge is all in for $830,000. Blinds have gone up here. 50,000, 100,000.
And this is what you call running into it, RJ.
Yeah, he's going to run into it here. Serge all in for about 8 blinds. Our man Essa looking down a big slick.
His neighbor has got him dominated. Let's see what Essa decides to do with ace-king here. Still has a few players behind him.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And Essa does rip it. He's all in.
All in, a bigger all in from Essa. 2.2 million there. Serge gives him the look like, uh-oh.
And here we go, king-queen versus ace-king. Serge needs a lady. Luck be a lady, maybe, for our friend Serge. Stand-up equity.
He told me when he calls in, he just started walking.
If I call, I have it. You'll beat. That's what I
Okay,
was
yes,
saying. Yeah.
that's okay. What do you want me to do? 8 bigs. Have 2 face cards.
Serge is great. We've seen Serge a lot at a lot of our final tables here at TCH Live, and he's chit-chatting it up tonight. Deuce 3-3, 2 hearts.
Hearts are covered.
Yeah, heart advantage goes to Essa as well. Only a queen could change it here.
Luck be a lady one time.
Not
No.
a queen. We got 7 high board. Ace-king's going to hold here, and that's going to do it for our man Serge. He's bamboozled by the big slick of Essa. Serge will finish in 7th place with this sweet prize of $2,580. Just another great prize for our man Serge.
All right. Well, all 6 have now entered the $3,000 plus club. 6 players remain, led by Harris, and now Essa right on his tails for our chip lead.
Yeah, I was going to give Jimmy C a shout-out for being the bubble boy today, but now Poker Atlas is showing that there was a different bubble, so now I'm not sure what the heck happened.
I just know it wasn't me. I survived the
It
bubble.
wasn't Eric. We know that.
I got a exciting $420 cash to put on my Hendon mob.
Baller. 420.
Just about 1,072 more of those, and I'll hit the $1 million club.
Some would call that the puff, puff, pass payout.
Yeah, 420. Over and out. We like it when the blinds are at this level, RJ, 50 and 100, 100, because
even you and I can
it
handle
helps
the math.
us
Yeah.
with the math.
Yeah. Occasionally, we'll even mess up a single-digit integer math problem, but we're usually okay. Ace, king, queen, big old flop here. Both players landing here.
Scary turn card.
10 of hearts. 4-liner to Broadway, and Don H going to fire here. Could possibly get rid of the bigger pair. See what Kasra wants to do here. Kasra does fold. Don H getting it done. $350,000 in profit for him.
Wearing that old school River Poker Series hat.
Hey, I remember those
That
things.
lets you know I've been around and I've been experienced.
That's right. I remember those things. Played in a couple, dealt in a couple.
There you go. Nice pickup there for our man Don. So our short stack right now with the blinds at 50, 100, I believe, is got 15 big blinds. Let's see who it is. It's a deal. He's got 14 big blinds
check your
over
math.
there in the 2.
That carried a 1. There we go.
A deal is our shorty. Not in desperation mode. He's got the button. That's a great spot to be when you've got the short stack. You get a free few hands. 3 players eliminated, though. That eliminates 3 free hands. So he's going to need to find something here in the next couple of orbits for sure.
Yeah, those orbits get a little smaller here at the final table as you lose players. Next thing you know, you're in the big blind again. Essa with the king-9 suited under the gun does throw a little raise out there. Clicks it up, and Kasra just calling with the ace-queen, and look at this flop. Jack-10 deuce, 2 clubs.
Action flop for sure. Surprised we didn't get a big raise there from Kasra pre-flop.
Yeah, and Kasra does not want a queen here. That would make it straight for Essa.
It's going to come along.
Yeah, small continuation bet here from Essa, $125,000. Kasra makes the call. We got $800,000 in it. 10 of diamonds pairs the board. Ace high still with the best of it. But he's playing against an under-the-gun raiser in Essa.
Yeah, and he could have a lot of jacks and 10s in his holding. Didn't 3-bet, so Essa's not putting him on a hand like ace-queen here.
Ace of diamonds.
Hello.
Ace-queen feeling better now. He'll at least have the check call button on. Might even lead out here. Does go with the check.
Finds a check, and let's see if Essa takes the bait here.
Yeah, I feel like Essa being the raiser will be forced to bet this ace on the river, but he's not loving it, right? He's thinking about it.
No,
he does check it. He shuts her down. Kasra will find a winner here with the ace-queen, $475,000 in profit.
Ace of clubs would have been a naughty little card there, but either way, Kasra gets a nice win, and that gets him back up over 2.5. He's at 2.6 million, and in the chat, Papa Lloyd, Mitch Lloyd
What
says,
up, Mitch
Eric,
Lloyd?
I have a bet for you. Are you interested? Well, I'm a terrible gambler, Mitch, so I'll listen to your proposition, but not a whole lot of chances I'll
That's
take
what makes
you
us
up on that
terrible
wager.
gamblers, Eric. We listen to all the propositions. And
I'm getting smarter, though, with
the
which
people
ones
that
I
run the
choose.
propositions at us are good at gambling, Eric. Yeah. It's funny how that works.
Yeah, I heard that, Jacob. I heard seat 2
Yeah.
wild, and he knocked out quite a few folks as they got to the final couple of tables, and a lot of folks were like, man, this guy is playing all over the place today, but
All right, Harris.
made himself to a final table.
Harris going to bump it up here. Ace-6 suited under the gun. Yeah, our man at deal had the heat running there for a couple of tables, right? They said he was putting it on some folks there for a hot minute. He has put himself in a good position here to make some real money tonight.
All right. The under-the-gun raise gets 2 callers.
Ace-king 4. The ace lands here for Harris. Essa and Don H land middle pair.
250,000. C3 raises to 400,000.
Wow. Now this is a fun spot here for Harris.
Feel it.
A6 is a tricky hand to play post-flop.
C6 folds. Service.
Don H bumping it up here. Harris.
Is Harris going to respect his elders here?
Harris does throw the continuation bet out there after landing the ace. Don H on the button says, excuse me.
Yeah, and that works. The
Well done, Don.
table image is going to work for our man Don over there. The ace-6 just says, I think he's probably got me.
Table image, I think he's crazy, Eric. Well done, Don.
What the heck? Mitch says on table 25, excuse me, on hand number 25, somebody gets pocket tens, and he's giving me 20-1 odds.
What the heck?
On how much? How much we talking here, Mitch?
The way I played it, I can't.
We're on hand 16.
We got $2 between the two of us, Mitch.
I won't cheat and ask the production team next door what happens on hand 25.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're at hand 25 yet, right? So we are watching this 15 minutes in the past. So there is a chance that our man Mitch knows something, but
No, he doesn't.
it's super slim. No way.
Yeah. He's betting me. You need to see yourself out of this bet, okay, RJ? I'm going to win. You weren't included.
Well, I only have $2, so.
King landed here for a deal, down to just 11 big blinds. He's going to check over to the button. The button's going to bet, and a deal says, I don't believe you got an ace. I'm going to rip it right in your face. He does, and takes it
Ripped
down.
indeed. So we've seen middle pair here land here for the Kings in back-to-back hands. Both players doing some work.
All right, Mitch said $5.
Okay, $5.
All right, Mitch, you're on. Mitch owes me $5 if on hand 25 pocket tens are dealt. The problem is if they are dealt to a player, I'll owe Mitch $100.
What? Okay.
I feel like I'm going to be safe here, Mitch.
I'm going to buy you some M&Ms, Mitch, at work if tens land on hand 25.
But we're on hand 17, so.
Yeah, we'll do an M&M wager. Little M&M sweat for you.
Mitch is singing that song to himself right now. Bored in the house. He's bored in the house.
We got jacks. That's not boring. Don H has jacks, 350,000 to go.
We got kings.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Our man Bart in the big blind with kings facing a massive open here. Don raised 3.5x on the open. So it's spicy.
And the man in black is sizing up here. He says, you, sir, have stepped into a ring of fire.
350,000. Bart has nearly 2 million in his stack. So it is kind of an interesting number for him.
Don wants to know how much.
Yep. You always want to know how much you have with jacks, and then you got to figure out how to play them.
He does have Bart covered. He would be left with absolute crumbs.
$1.9 million. All in. C9. 1.9 million.
No, it's more.
It's 2 million.
It's right at 2 million.
Yeah. According to our calculations, Bart has 2 million on the dot.
This is 500,000. 2 million.
Six-handed, tough to be folding jacks.
Essa.
2 million flat.
Aces has already happened a couple of times.
Yeah, we saw him twice in the first orbit. Not quite orbit, I guess, but second one showed up on hand number 10.
Don really thinking about this.
Right?
Not
we?
sure he wants
Don't
to-
we all?
Not sure he wants to die on the sword of the Jiggities. It's Easter weekend, though. Kiwi calls these the jumping Jesuses. He's going to need to walk on water, though, to beat Bart.
He's got that look like he doesn't want to mess with it.
And he lets it go. Well done, young man. Bart is going to be friendly and show the Cowboys. How do you feel about that, Lego?
Bart Bogart picking up a nice one, $500,000 in profit. That will bring his stack up to $2.5 million.
All right, we got Aqua Carl in the chat saying, finally able to watch. Bart's using my chips. I donked to him quite well. Well, I feel you, man. At least your chips are being represented here. The feller that knocked me out is not on this final table. I'm a little perturbed by that, but that's
There's
okay.
our Tisk in the chat.
We had fun playing either way today. By the way, folks, if you enjoyed the 50K tournament today, we're doing it again next week. So
The Lone Star Showdown.
2 weeks in a row of the Lone Star Showdown. Right before we get kicked into full gear with another even bigger one. A lot of opportunities for some sweet bankroll builders. Bart in a deal. Going to tangle in this one. Blind v blind. And Adil is going to continue here with that queen jack suited and take it down. If you're just tuning in and want to know what these guys are playing for today, there you have it. This is our Lone Star Showdown, $250 buy-in. We had 373 entries. $78,330 ended up in the prize pool, and $17,000 is our top prize. Both first and second place are going to be in that 5-digit club tonight.
A fantastic show out for today's Lone Star Showdown. Another fantastic show out for tonight's $175 deeper stack. They had 141 entries tonight, Eric. 141 entries. They're down to their final 5. It looks like my man Vicente just got the wamboozle over there. They're down to 5. Saturday's fantastic day for some great tournaments here at Texas Card House Dallas.
3 ways to this flop. We get an ace-queen, a jack-9, and pocket threes, and 2 people have landed.
Dear.
One of them landed a little bigger piece than the other.
Jack-9 lands top pair here for Don H, and he's running. He folded those jacks, so he's still got $2.3 million with top pair here. A deal. Pocket threes, bottom set.
Well, you know how WinStar folks feel about their top pairs, RJ. He's going to bet it and bet it strong.
Yep.
And he's going to get ripped on.
A deal wasting no time. He's going to bump it up all in for $2 million and some change.
And it's not a draw-heavy board at all. So let's see if Don can maybe suss this out, right? There's
Jack 8-3,
Jack
rainbow.
8-3, rainbow.
So Jack 9 on this flop, you're like, what the heck just happened?
And if you're not going to die on the sword of the Jiggities, are you going to die on the Jack 9 sword?
Jiggities again.
Wishes he had another one under there. Yep, still just one.
Had to throw him away last time, and rightfully so. Can he find the fold here?
I feel like a dadgummit has been said underneath the breath of one Don H.
And you know the rule we came up with last night.
Yeah.
If you cuss the hand twice, it's time to throw him in the muck, and he does. Well done, Don H. Adil picks up a nice pot there, $950,000 in profit for him.
Couple of very, very disciplined folds for our man Don H, and that is how you survive running into coolers. You got to be able to get rid of your big pocket pairs pre-flop and top pair post-flop there. Well done for Don, and Adil has gone from one of our shorter stacks. He's worked his way all the way up Past Harris, he's now our chip leader.
Here we go, 3.2 million for a deal. Harris still rocking about 2.9 million. Don H on the rough side of those jacks. He's down to 1.9 million. 19 blinds, still plenty to work with.
Scan, please. Scan.
We have another fun tournament, RJ, coming up that we haven't mentioned.
Sir.
We've got a PLO tournament coming up on the 12th.
4 cards.
Sunday the 12th, $300 PLO,
Ooh.
30K guarantee on Sunday the 12th at 1 p.m.
Trying to tickle my fancy here.
So tell that pastor of yours to finish that prayer quick so you can hop in the car and head on over because you got a 4-card game.
And that's going to be on Sunday,
The
April
12th.
12th.
Yes, sir.
$300 buy-in.
30K guarantee.
Ooh. That's some heat right there. Flame emojis everywhere.
That's right. Simon W., Mr. Webster, a.k.a. Luka Donkish, says, yes, everyone come out to that PLO tourney. Let's get after it.
He's ready to go.
They don't do a ton of those, especially those larger prize pools, but we're going to give it a shot, and let's get that guarantee and then some. I see a lot of players that are not normal PLO players that want to get after it in a tournament.
I'm great at PLO if I make hands. Just like any other tournament I'm ever in.
I hear it's good to make them on the river.
True that.
8-4 versus the 8-deuce. The 8-deuce is going to continue out of that small blind there and takes it down.
All right, Lego says PLO tourneys. That's his jam. He'll be there. The pot limit structure in general is a lot of fun in tournaments.
Yep. This one's got a cool name, and it's got a cool trophy, actually, too, that our friend Bob with Aeon Crystal has made for us.
Hit me with the goods.
It's the PLO Madness Tour.
PLO
30K
Madness.
PLO Madness. And in the words of Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, can I play with madness?
Ooh, that's good, Bruce.
Yes, you can.
That is good, Bruce.
Google that song, folks, and rock out.
Oh, look at this. Suited ace got folded under the gun. He gets around to the button. Kasra has ace 10. That's worth a raise. $225,000 to go now. Essa looking at ace jack of diamonds in the small blind. He is going to 3-bet here. $550,000 to bet now.
Player shows an ace and lets it go. Essa says good fold.
Look at that. Our man Bob in the chat. What's up, Bob?
Okay, now I know who Aqua Carl TX is. There we go. Shout out to Big Bad Bob. He's been splashing around a little bomb pot, little PLO action lately. So
Bob's one of my favorites. He says hello every time I see him.
He's good people, I tell you what.
What's up, Bob? And his company is?
Aeon Crystal.
There you go. Thank you.
Check them out. They do great stuff. You got Pebble in the chat saying, how often do blinds change? In this tournament, it's every 30 minutes, so you can see that countdown right in front of the dealer on that tablet. Another 3 minutes in this blind level before they jump up to 60, 120, and 120.
All right, our man Don in the hijack here trying to come in with that 5-6 suited. He will raise it. $200,000, that's a min raise. If he doesn't take it down, he's trying to get to that flop. Essa does come along with the King-9 suited. Bart, he'll defend his big blind with the Jack-5.
Big fan of Motown. The old Jackson 5, says Bart.
Ace, King, Queen. Big old flop here. 2 clubs. Essa with the best of it, landing middle pair with that King-9, but our man Don will come out swinging. The original raiser, he's going to bet $400,000. Man, we've seen some middle pair kings do work here. And Essa thinking about it here with his king 9. Does let it go. Bart rocking jack 5. He lets that go. Don's going to get it done. Well done, Don.
6 high, like
6 high.
a boss.
Boss.
All right, shout out to our tournament director, Mr. John Kelsey.
What up, John?
Simon says, John put in work getting that PLO tournament put together. We need a
Okay.
regular one. The PLO folks definitely have been clamoring for it. And Lucas says a Sunday one is pastor approved.
Okay.
So, pastors are now approving that as long as you come and
So you got the hall pass to jump in the
say your prayers.
4-card PLO Madness tournament
As long
coming
as-
up April 12th.
Yep. They say you are allowed to come donate to your fellow man. So come on out, folks.
A deal in the big blind. Bart tried to limp with that queen deuce, but a deal will raise. You know why he's raising? Because he's got the 6-7. Takes
Stop
it
it.
down. 6-7 good
Uh-oh.
for a deal.
Here you go.
200,000 in profit.
Mitch is ready. All right, that is brilliant right there. PLO officially stands for Pastors Love Omaha. So Sunday tournaments are pastor approved, and they will be PLO tournaments because pastors love Omaha, folks.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
All right,
indeed.
hand 25. Kasra has jack 8.
Only 6 hands will be dealt here, and Mitch Lloyd needs one of them to be pocket 10s, or he owes yours truly.
Harris is rocking the mumbler, and he's in there. He's going to bump it up from the cutoff with 3-5 of diamonds. Bart has pocket 3s on the button.
Thank you, Pebble. Happy Easter back to you.
Our deal, king 6, only one player left, and that is the Montana Banana, not pocket 10s. 9 deuce goes in the muck for Don. We're going to be heads up here between 3-5 suited and pocket 3s.
Cash only, Mitch. We don't take checks.
Deuce 4-7, open-ended for the 3-5. And he's the original raiser.
I'll see you with a red chip next time, my friend. Thanks for making it a little fun there, a little sweat.
7 high flop here makes it easy to float with the 3s if you choose, and Bart does choose. He will call. Let's see a turn. 9 of clubs. Harris going to have to keep firing here to chase off that small button pair, and he does come out swinging on the turn. 1.2 million in it. Half pot, Eric. 600,000 to bet.
Bart doesn't want to believe him, but looks back down and says, yep, there's not a whole lot of flops that don't have a 3 in
Yeah.
it that I'm going to like with these pocket 3s, so he's going to let it go. I know Mitch has seen this movie. Anybody, Lego's got to have seen this movie, but Bart's giving off vibes.
All the old guys have seen it?
Cobra, Stallone movie.
I have not seen
I need to get Bart a match because Stallone had a match that he would keep in his mouth, and he was a badass in that movie. So Bart putting off those Stallone Cobra vibes. One of my favorite cars in a movie back in the late 80s. That movie scared the dickens out of me when I was a kid. It was Stallone versus like an entire satanic cult. And of course, you know who wins that. Stallone.
Yeah. I mean, Rocky's going to take him out.
Yeah, he was better than Rocky. He had a lot of guns and a badass car.
Folds around to the small blind here in hand 26. Kiwi liked that movie. Don H in the small blind here. Calls the 120. Carson checks, battle the blinds. Let's see a flop. Seven, 9, 10. Pretty good flop for the Jack 8 here, Eric. Flopping the straight from the small blind.
Oh, he flops the joint.
And comes out
Rainbow flop.
ripping it. 500,000 to bet.
Let the man catch a little something, something.
$240,000 in profit. Kasra lets go of the queen high.
I thought that's usually a young man thing to get a little overexcited and fire.
I like his style. Tom says, I'm here to win it. I need some chips, boys.
There you go, blinds did go up. We mentioned that, 60, 120, 120. Pre-flop razors, our man Kasra is leading the charts there. He's putting in some work.
Got aces a couple of times there to help out with that PFR.
Deal or no deal, that's his name, is a deal. Lego keeps thinking somebody's striking a deal. There's no deal.
Yeah. Blind 60,000, 120,000. 677 the flop here. A deal lands the best of it with his 5-6.
You're the disease, I'm the cure. Freaking good movie. All right, we're through 28 hands. 6 of our finest are still alive here. Bart and Kasra have about 12 big blinds. Almost 13. Everybody else sitting pretty healthy with over 2.3 million. A deal, our big chip leader at 3.6.
All right, king, queen under the gun here for Bart. He's going to open up 250,000. A little raggy around the rail to the big blind. Our man Harris looking at king 7.
That's right, Brian. Supermarket scene. Right before he killed a man. That was an intense movie, I'll tell you what.
All right, Bart's going to get that one through.
Y'all haven't seen it. See if you can find it on either Netflix or something. Cobra with Stallone. A little cheesy, of course, because it's, you know, the 80s one-liner action hero type movies, but man, that was a good one.
Bart doing some work there under the gun with the king, queen, just in time for his big blind.
And I don't know if that's where Stallone met his wife.
I should have been a movie actor.
The same lady, I believe, that was in
Then I would have met my wife.
Rocky IV. I'll have to look into that. The one who ended up hanging out with Flavor Flav years ago. What was her name? Bridget something?
A deal raising this one under the gun with Jack 10. Pardon me, a deal just limping under the gun. So
Bridget Nielsen. Yeah, Bridget Nielsen. There we go.
Harris calls in the small blind. Bart checks the big blind. Let's go to a flop. King 7 deuce. Bart's got the best of it. He lands top pair here with king 5. A deal, not much working with Jack 10. Harris queen high. That's in a muck. Bart takes another one down.
Man, my old man memory is kicking today, man. Bridget Nielsen was in the 1986 film Cobra with Stallone.
I believe you. I don't even fight my old man memory anymore.
And they got married in '85, probably during the filming of that movie.
Okay. If the actor's trailer is a rockin', don't come knocking, they say. All makes sense now.
She's a wild one, that's for sure. She was 22 when they got married. He was 39.
Aww.
He was 39.
Aw, how cute. A deal takes it down. Big blind gets a walk. Queen 10, the value bluff there from the big blind.
Had no clue we'd be talking about Stallone and Cobra tonight on the chat. You never know what the two knuckleheads in here are going to talk about. Commentator salad is always a guarantee, but thanks to Bart Bogart and his get-up tonight with those dark shades looking like Stallone and Cobra, there you have it.
That's the squirrel that sent you down that path?
It is.
I love it.
Okay, so Rocky 4 came out in 85. And, yep, she was in Beverly Hills Cop. Part due.
The lovely Dory in the chat, helping us out with Beverly Hills Cop.
Don't do anything.
Uh-oh, don't do anything, he says.
Timeout!
We got to pause.
Harris was already raised, though.
Okay. Everyone's in the hands kind of crazy.
Everybody that's in the hand, scan your cards, please.
We should be able to handle that.
9 folded all the way. We're on 2. 7. You got 7 bet 250, right?
We're just giving our man Harris a little extra camera time, even though we only see half of his handsome face.
9 folds. We're on 2.
Thanks to that good-looking blue hoodie.
2 calls.
I did have a lavender ice mocha today, Eric. All right, Harris bumping it up here with 9-10. A deal coming along, just calls with the ace-jack and the small blind. Don will call with king-4 of diamonds in the big blind. So a variety of holdings here amongst our 3 players. Let's see a flop. Jack 10-8. Rainbow, ace-jack lands here for a deal. Harris, the original raiser, finds a pretty good flop here. He's got middle pair and open-ended. 400,000 to bet from a deal. Harris makes the call. 9 of clubs.
How about a two-piece?
Two-piece for Harris, but what a rowdy card here. 2 pair for Harris, but it puts a 4-liner on the board.
And they're both
Yeah, both,
not real thrilled about that run out, so it does
both
go
players
check.
going to check. Harris, 2-piece, takes it down $1 million in profit.
He's over that 4 million number now. First player to get to the 4 million chip level. New chip leader, Harris.
4.04 million for our man Harris in the 7th seat. Tournament players are crazy, and he's rocking the chip lead.
The button is on 2.
He tried it with the ace-6 earlier. Gonna let this one go. Yeah, Michael, Dory beat you to that one, but you're right. She was in Beverly Hills Cop Part Due. My favorite,
right.
my favorite Beverly Hills
A
Cop.
deal trying to get in there on the button with the queen 8. Just a limp, but Don H in the small blind. He's got pocket 9s.
He's gonna raise it up to 400,000.
You bet. 400,000 to go now. So you get out of my pot. He'll take it down. 360,000 in profit. Well done, Don.
Don's not a fan of the min click. He's more of a 3X, 4X kind of guy so
Like
far.
it.
Staying consistent with the little larger bets, putting some pressure on his opponents.
Oh, your muscle. Oh, moving around. Yeah, yeah.
There's another look at what we've got locked up, 3,080. These players have locked up, but they all are shooting for that top prize of $17,120.
Yeah, next pay jump, $700. And after that, pay jump starts to get serious, $1,100 after that from a $250 buy-in.
This will usually help you get a pay jump. Just wake up at a final table with pocket aces.
That's a pretty good starting hand. Aces for a deal in the cutoff. And he just calls. With intentions, I would imagine. Kasra does have a pair in the small blind, but it's deuces. And then we get a pair in the big blind.
This could be a little trouble if
Yeah.
Essa decides to get a little ornery with his pocket sevens.
Pocket sevens against 2 limpers and a small blind. What do you do, Eric?
Bad things. You do bad things, and when you do bad things, sometimes bad things happen, RJ.
You definitely bump it up, and look at the deal. He's reached for 1 chip.
The calling chip. Makes the call. Essa has ripped it with the pocket sevens, and he's going to say, oopsie daisy. Oh, no.
Essa rips it there. It went for the massive squeeze with the pocket sevens. And Adil limps with aces and finds the customer in the big blind. Our man Essa rips it with pocket sevens. He's going to need a 7.
Yeah, and if our system knows something we don't know, because it's saying that he's got 22% chance to win this hand, I don't think
His club is live.
his odds are quite there. But
You can hit it funky straight with pocket sevens. And
so far, he needs a 7, and a 7 in a hurry.
and he's got 2 outs with a 7. All right. So Adil limps with the aces, finds himself in a great spot here. We're going to do a little accounting here.
2.18 million is the official all-in. Rhino. We have a big old Rhino who's joined us.
Hello, Rhino. All right, count's done. Off to the flop we go. Our man Essa at risk here. 4.7 million in it. No skinny rabbit, Eric.
Yeah, whoever wins this hand will be our new chip leader. Jumping over our man Harris over there. Essa at risk. We got the pot right.
King, queen, 4 to flop. No help for the sevens. Now, officially, only a 7 could save him. Queen of hearts. 8 of clubs. It's close in pips, but no help for the sevens. Our man Essa will be eliminated in this hand. Our man Adil picks up a big pot, 4.7 million in it. And Essa will finish in 6th place, prize of $3,080.
Absolutely. No stranger to our final tables here at TCH. Nice run there for Essa and Adil, our new chip leader, with 5.3 million. Another shout out though to Essa, one of
Absolutely.
our players that made it to this Triple Crown free roll that's happening on June the 7th.
That ain't easy.
Reminder, you have to make a final table in our Thursday Deep Stack, our Funky Friday, or one of our Saturday tournaments. Either
And
the big
all
one,
3 of
big
them.
one or the 50K. If you make a final table in all 3 of those, you qualify for that free roll. If you win all 3 tournaments, you actually get a nice newspaper-style picture of yourself on the wall saying that you
Forever.
are a Triple Crown winner. So keep playing in those Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Try to make final tables and get yourself in that 15K free roll.
Yeah, just a couple of folks so far. A lot of folks getting close, so it should be a fun April as people are swinging for the Triple Crown free roll. GG Essa, indeed.
Player hasn't even got all that monster stack counted yet, but he is going to go ahead and call with the King-9 under the gun 1. And then there were 5. This is our 5 finalists out of 373 players. Big stacks going at it here. Harris versus Adil.
9-10 flop.
Uh-oh.
9-10-5 the flop. Both players holding a 9 here. A deal with the best of it. Harris rocking the Montana Banana, 9 deuce.
Nines and 5s now for both players.
5 of hearts here on the turn, pairs the board.
Checky, checky.
8 of hearts. The river.
Good discipline fold there from Harris. Doesn't lose
Yeah.
to a whole lot there with that pair of 9s, but just says, I'm not going to mess with it.
Instantly does not want to mess
He's
with
still
it.
stacking chips and betting. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
That's always interesting watching somebody stack chips and fire at the same time.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't think
Once
he
again,
was-
shout out to our man,
He's too busy
Min Win. He's over there doing double duties tonight as the tournament floor, running this group of tournaments today, and he is our action tracker in the production booth tonight. Had to take over for some folks and pull double duties tonight. So
Man, Min, the master, is the master tonight. He's the real MVP, getting it done.
TCH folks, if you're listening, Min needs a pay raise, and he will take a Min raise.
And so will Eric.
So will RJ.
Thank you, Eric. I was waiting.
Hold.
No one ever thinks about little old RJ.
Bart is big one. Yeah, 2 and 4 flips.
Kiwi says dinner is served. Did she say what we were having tonight?
Yeah, what are we having tonight, Kiwi?
2, 3, 4, 4.
Kiwi can cook them up down there in New Zealand.
What's up, Rowan? How you doing? I believe Rowan was in the chat way early as we thought this tournament was going to start about an hour earlier. But it took forever to get him down to a final 9.
It did.
So
I was ready like 7 hours ago.
shout out to Rowan.
I'm with Rowan.
But surely they know.
Harris has the K9.
Yeah, K9 doing work here the last couple of hands.
So it thinks
Harris lost one to K9 last pot, and he's going to take one down this pot.
That was another fun movie, early 90s, I believe. K9
K9.
with our man James Belushi.
I believe you.
Yep.
Were the Beatles in that one?
No, the Beatles were not, RJ.
All right, Dom's under the gun. He's rocking King 7.
Good old Jim Belushi, man. He was a good one.
Pocket 7s. They're out again, this time for Kasra.
Rowan says, fellas, it's 1 year exactly till I can legally play poker in the poker rooms. Well,
He's just a pup,
just a pup.
just a young fella.
All right, we got an all-in from Kasra. He's got those same pocket 7s that were the demise.
Oh, my
Of
goodness.
Essa.
And look at this, 1.1 million, the all-in from Kasra. We get around to the small blind. Bart's looking at jacks.
Cobra got his Easter bunny next to those chips of his. He's got the jumping Jesuses. He's feeling festive. No doubt he will be putting chips in this pot.
Small blind for Bart here, so there is one player behind him. And Bart does just make the call. A deal folds his ace, ace-6 in the muck.
Kasra at risk with the pocket 7s.
So we're going to count this one out. It's going to be jacks versus 7s. Our man Kasra at risk. Bart does have 580,000 remaining. So here we go. Carson's going to need some help. Jack's taking on 7s. King, 7, queen.
Wow.
Set for the 7s.
Set of 7s for Kasra. Bart needs help.
9 of diamonds. He's got a gut shot and a jack. A 10 or a jack here could change it. It's not a 10 or a jack. The ace of diamonds on the river. That's going to be a full double up for Kasra.
Wow.
His 7s take out the jacks from Bart, finding the K7 right when he needed it.
Say it ain't so.
2.6 million now in the stack for Kasra. Our man
Flip the
Bart
script.
will go down to 580,000.
Flip the script and bogarted the Bogart.
Bogarted the Bogart.
Cobra is still in the tournament, though.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
is still alive. Good question, Michael. I do not remember the dog's name in K9.
He's rocking a little over 4.5 blinds here and the button for Bart, so he's got a couple of hands here to do some work. Unfortunately, he's looking at 5 deuce on the button for this one, so that's in the muck. A deal does complete from the small blind. Don will check. Let's see a flop.
Sevens are hot.
Yeah, a little something for both players here. A deal lands middle pair. Don landing bottom pair.
Oh, Jerry Lee. That's right. Good stuff.
Queen of clubs here pairs the board.
And the deal is going to check it over to Don. Don is going to go ahead and put 300,000 out there. The deal's kicker doesn't even play. He just decides to heck with it. I'm just not even going to mess around here. I got the wily old veteran next to me, firing away.
I got a lot of chips. I don't have to mess with this pot.
Yeah, especially now that he knows Bart is on fumes over there in the 9 seat. There's a look at those V-pips at this final table so far. Harris
V-pip
hasn't gotten involved in a whole lot of hands, hasn't really had to. Our man Adil up at the top of the leaderboard. He's been putting money in the pot about 40% of the time. If you're not familiar with that term V-pip, it's voluntarily put into play. So that's when you're voluntarily putting chips in play. When you're in the blinds, that
stands
doesn't
for
count.
voluntarily putting money in pre-flop or something like that. Eric's probably more correct than I am. They are finally down to 3 players in the $175 deep stack tonight. $5,530 up top for that. $175 buy-in. $5,500 up top. Bart's all in. He's got pocket fours in the cutoff. Finding a spot here. Don will throw ace-4 into the muck. And, man, it's never easy. Kasra has ace-10 in the big blind.
Bart's in a good spot. Did see an ace folded.
All right, so that's worthy of a call here for Carson. We're going to do it.
You don't need to hit a 4. You just need to hold. A lot of crazy runouts could still get him wamboozled, but this is Cobra. Our man Bart Bogart is all in. Tournament life at risk, RJ.
$1.3 million in it. That's enough to get him back into this race. Ace-10 taking on the 4s. 9 deuce 3, 2 hearts. Bart with the heart advantage. Pocket 4s trying to hold. 7 of clubs, ace or 10, the only cards that could change it.
5 clean outs.
10 of
it's a
spades,
10.
and that is a naughty river, and that will wamboozle our man, Texas legend, Mr. Bart Bogart.
Cobra has been eliminated. Bart Bogart, great run. Another final table for Bart. We knew he had the ability to spin it up if need be, but he is going to finish in 5th place for his efforts today. Take home a prize of $37.30. Great job, Bart. We know we will see you again, brother.
Sweet run for my man Bart. $3,730, just another dot on my man's resume.
And Kasra is heating up, folks. Rowan, if you saw that prize pool, it got up over $78,000 today. $50K was the guarantee. We had 373 entries. 4 players left playing for $17,000 up top.
All right. Big run here for Kasra, by the way. At risk just a few moments ago. Needing a 7, finds the 7, and by golly, he's caught a little spin up here to make some money.
By golly. Was there a person named Golly? Is that how that phrase happened?
That's
by
a good
golly?
question. Uncle Golly.
I've met a Dolly. I've never met a Golly.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. Sounds redneck as all get out, so we say it.
Yeah. Maybe down there by the Gulf.
That'd be Gully.
All right, we got 2 players seeing a flop, and we got a doozy. A deal landing trips here. 5-4 finding the flop here of 5-5 deuce. Don's got a pretty good hand on the button.
He's going to stare his opponent down and put in a whole lot of red chips.
The deal check raises for heaps here.
Interesting decision there to go for all of it.
Yeah, Don put a big old bet out there. 400,000 was the button bet.
Yeah.
Woo.
Not a lot to be scared of if you're
Spicy.
a deal there. I'd like to maybe let my opponent try to catch up, but when he's leading and when he's betting into you, you're hoping maybe he's got a pair. Just get after it there with your trips.
All right, so that makes Don our short stack now at 1.7 million. And of course, we are four-handed now. So you are either the cutoff, the button, or you're in the blinds.
I tell you what, Mr. Harris over there, if he can find a bink in this tournament, he's not going to know what to do with himself. He'll be a tournament pro.
He's going to have to play again next week and the week after,
yeah.
and he's going to be cussing all of them.
He's been cussing tournaments for 5 years since I've known Harris, and now here he is at a final table.
I could see Mr. Harris.
A tournament star is born.
I could see Mr. Harris crushing some tournaments.
The day before Easter. Found him a little prize in his Easter basket.
Queen 9 deuce flop. We got a battle of King 5 taking on King 8 here. The deal in the big blind. Kasra on the button. Kiwi says down there in New Zealand there was once a doll called
the Gollywog.
The Gollywog. She knows because she had one. I'm not familiar with it.
By Gollywog. We'll change it to by Gollywog.
Absolutely. I'm not familiar with the Gollywog.
No.
But it sounds amazing. Sounds like a dance I did on Friday nights in college, the Gollywog.
Sheesh.
Before the Macarena.
Thank God they didn't have camera phones when you were in college.
Cheers to that.
We're folding out a turn over here, Harris. Act like you've been here before. Oh, wait, he hadn't. He's usually in the box doing the dealing.
Dealing in cash games for Harris. And here he is.
Action has changed, so Harris, if he wanted to, could come in for a raise, but he still folds that trash.
All right, Don running a little low now. He's in the big blind with King 5. Worthy of a defending call if he chooses, and he does. Does not want to see a king here.
Yeah, RJ was calling babes from the dorm room with a rotary phone out there in the hallway.
You betcha. Deuce 3-3 the flop.
Deuce of diamonds, 3 hearts, 4 clubs, 4. 4 bets 300.
I'm trying to remember how extensive was the.
Well, if
My
you
first
raise-
cell phone was in college.
Is that not-
sure.
No, he changes the action.
I think it was one of those little Nokia flip phones.
Yeah.
Like, they made me keep my
I might have been late to the party. I think I had to run my pager beeper for, a little extra.
They said only drug dealers had pagers, RJ.
No, the cool kids had them
Well,
because I was cool.
when you had
I remember I didn't have a pager, but I remember I would have to page my friends to call me when I was at work in
Yeah,
high school.
see, the cool kids had them.
Tell me where the party was going to be. Hey, guys, I'm getting off here a little bit on my pizza delivery job at Carmine's over there in Richardson.
Yeah. My parents gave me $12 a month. I spent $8 on my pager bill.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Harris bet 250. Or 300.
I'd haul ass out of work, still smelling like pizza. Take a little Irish shower in the car, a little cologne. Tell me where the
Yeah.
party is, boys.
Love it.
I'll pick up some beer. Those were back in my Van Boozen days, of course. We're a changed man, though, RJ.
We are.
Now we just like
Bear-
poker and
Barely a man at all, but we're changed. All right, Harris going to bump it up here. Ace-8 offsuit under the gun. Don will come along in the small blind with 9-10. Harris landing the ace-8. 9-10, not much working.
It is a bet and a call. Interesting.
And now Don finds a 9 here on the turn, floating with the 10 high. Finds a little something, but Harris is going to rip it with that ace.
Yeah. Says, get out of my pot.
And he's going to take it down. Well done, Harris. Shout out to Vicente out there. He finished 6th in tonight's Deeper Stack tournament. He and Michelle was rocking the Showdown tournament today. So they've been here all day rocking some tournaments, and I had the opportunity to meet the puppy dogs outside in the car.
Fantastic.
Ted and Moo, and they're fantastic. So shout out to Ted and Moo.
You think they're listening?
Yes,
Okay.
there's a good chance.
As long as somebody's listening to you,
That's
RJ.
right. We made friends, and Ted and Moo promised that at least they would listen.
Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in on a Saturday before Easter Sunday. If you're enjoying the stream tonight, help us out. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe to the channel. We do this 3 days a week here at TCH Dallas.
1, 2, yeah, I agree, 3.
Had a cash stream last night, and here we are back again for these tournament streets. We greatly appreciate all y'all's help and support. Y'all are the real MVPs.
Ace 7 taking on 7-8. The ace lands here. Not a lot working for 7-8.
Oh wow! Thank you for that.
The doll has a B face.
Yeah, let's not even go there, RJ. Happy Easter, Bob. Thank you for the saving grace there. We are forgiven. We need to remind ourselves that. Lord have mercy.
That's hilarious.
He's like,
Oh, sweet Jesus.
All right, off to hand 44 we go. And our man Don, running low on chips, needs a hand. He's looking at a hand. He's got kings.
He was alive when the
trying to get action.
Cowboys cheerleaders were on VHS and in Super Bowls.
Exactly.
So he's going to rip it with his Cowboys, or maybe he's just going to raise it to
Just a
300.
little raise here. 300,000 to go from Don. Couple of raggy hands go in the muck. We get over to the big blind, and that is pretty raggy as well, but it is a min click. So Adil thinks about it with the 8-4, but throws it in the muck. Take it down, Don.
And the Cowboys of Dandy Don over there, I bet he remembers old Dandy Don Meredith, quarterback for the Cowboys. Never got to see him live myself,
Yeah.
but saw him on those old school highlights, and he was a fun one. And a
And
great commentator himself, Mr. Don Meredith.
Mark says, yeah, the gollywog is not
Yeah, we're not talking about that,
not
RJ.
PC. So,
Yeah, just throw it away. Just
so I guess I
throw it out of the chat.
I can't do my wog touchdown dance anymore. I
Nope,
guess
it's just by golly now.
okay.
I
Back
lost
to
$100 on the stream. It's the
golly, it
funniest
is.
So lively for that age.
thing. Exactly. The energy.
Dory knows she got to meet Ted and Moo.
So I lost
And they
$100
are
on
indeed
stream,
adorable.
but they were
Adorable.
laughing about it. And the guy, the announcer, was like,
Fans and friends of the show now.
I agree with.
I called a girl moo at a bar one time, and that didn't go over too
That's not
well.
going to go great.
Nope.
No, he was
No.
like, I don't even think.
I think she hit me right in the
he's 89.
baby makers. And
Shows his ID,
I learned my lesson.
and we all looked
Another
at
reason Eric doesn't drink anymore.
Just
it.
for the
It's worth
okay.
$100.
Yeah,
no,
but
it
if
was-
Speaking of PC,
She was a big old gal. God bless her.
for $100 every time.
ace 3, 7 a flop. Ace 4 lands here for Kasra.
He's a hustler.
he's a-
Don's got 9
No, he's
deuce.
a hustler, but somebody was like, how many times do you think this guy actually did this? Like, I got action
No
on
problem,
that.
Kiwi.
No, I don't think it was a fake ID. I think he really is old and he just in great shape, you know? He just probably had not stressed, no stress in his life. You know? Something happened.
I remember the Cabbage Patch dolls as a kid.
Drive a Corvette.
That was big when I was little.
He used to get his new
Didn't-
one every year. I don't know.
I think half of those turned into like collector's items or something.
Something about his driving.
Harris rocking 7 deuce. Oh my
Now it's
Dio
a-
in the muck.
It's like a blue, like a
Good night, Bob. Have a good one.
Okay.
very nice.
I'll be there in the morning myself. Great day to celebrate with family, indeed. Yeah, please don't kiwi.
Let it rip.
You can change it to a kiwi.
8-8 for the flop here. We're heads up between Kasra and Adil.
Yeah. The smoothest.
Queen high going to lead out here for Kasra. Jack 7 on the button will raise. Look at this battle. Queen high, Jack high getting it done. Well done. Mitch Lloyd says the first wheel caught on fire when he was in high school.
No, he said they invented it.
Oh. So, I can't read.
Four of our finest, the final 4 out of 373 entries. Playing for 17,000 up top. Pocket sevens, been a spicy hand. It's gone the right way and the wrong way tonight for folks. Let's see what Adil can do with it.
Man, yeah, sevens have been out tonight.
Oh, and they're running into the jiggities again. This time it's
Wow,
Kasra. Kasra's got the jacks.
We just saw a few orbits ago pocket sevens eliminate a player with jacks, basically. Now here we are again. Jack's taking on the sevens.
Check, check.
What do you think? I would have to find immediately
And we're still checking. And we're checking.
South Illinois.
Queen come right out there on the flop. Scared everybody, I guess. Jack's taking on sevens. We're going to check some more. Jacks are good. Nice little pot there for Kasra. Not a lot in it, but he'll take it.
All right. New friend joined us. TCS Construction says good run, Bart. And now let's go, Don.
TCS Construction. Welcome, thank you.
The hand would have changed trust. This guy's got a golden shoehorn up his ass. All your tips from me.
No, but what you said earlier, that's the reason I played the hand. Yeah. And some other hand.
All right, Don's going to raise it up with a min click here. Jack 10 of diamonds. And Kasra, ace jack on the button. He's going to 3-bet. 800,000 now from Kasra. A deal in the big blind. He's looking a big slick.
We're playing four-handed, folks.
Just a call here from the big blind. We are four-handed, and these three are in a mess.
What?
And Don says there's enough money out there for me. Let's rip it and see if we can win one.
He's short stacked. He says to heck with it. He's got Jack 10, and he's going to rip it.
Yeah, the 3-bet here from Kasra, 800,000, enough to cover Don, we believe.
Our man Harris over there in the 7 seats walked away from the table. Doesn't even realize he might get a nice little ladder here.
Action is on 95.
95 more.
Okay,
is the amount.
There we go. Don is all in for 895,000, so just a skosh more than the 800,000 raise.
Let's see how this is played. We've got two players in against each other, both holding an ace.
Man, both holding pretty good hands here. 8, 6 deuce, 2 hearts. Our man Don's going to need a 10 or something crazy. Yeah, he is down to only a 10.
10 and a 10 only.
Ace King with the big chunk of it here.
Yeah, it should go check, check. Standard kind of tournament play here. They're not colluding, but they just want to get to showdown.
Jack of spades. That's going to be a big card here for Kasra. There's 2.9 million in this pot, and the ace-jack will connect with the river, taking out the jack-10 and the ace-king.
It was a jack, but the river done run dry on our man Don. That is going to do it for Dandy Don. Great run, finishing in 4th place out of 373 entries and taking home $4,840 for his efforts today. Not a bad single-day payout. Well done, Mr. Don. We'll see you again.
Nice job, Don. Now we're down to 3. Players have a prize locked up, 7,370.
How about that pay jump between 3rd and 1st, though, RJ? 10,000 smackaroonies.
Time to get serious.
Yeah,
I'm
15
not
minutes.
having no religion. I drink, I gamble, so technically
So
I'm
do a lot of Muslims in my experience.
Small blind, please.
Did you see the extra value that our man Kasra got there on the end? He just bet 200,000.
Yeah, he did.
Got the ace king to call.
Yeah, and the deal said, why is it here? I call.
Yeah, there's almost 3 million in the pot. I guess I'll have to call for 200,000. You sucker. I'd be offended.
King Jack 8 to flop. This small blind versus big blind. Adil came in there with that ace 7 of hearts. Kasra in the big blind with 10-5.
Man, if we could get Kasra to put on his hoodie, we'd have the battle of the 3 hooded bandits. We'd have the brown hoodie, the lavender hoodie, and the green
Well,
hoodie.
right now we still have the battle of 3 hoodies, and all 3 players wearing their hoodie differently.
Differently. Yeah, one's got his hood up.
That's right.
One's looking like a 1980s frat boy. Got it tied around his neck.
His neck.
And one is
Standard.
standard, hood off. Showing that great head of hair that you and I both
Man,
wish we had,
That'd be cool.
wouldn't it? Some nice curly locks. Yeah, we'll get to that in just a minute, Rowan. We've got some great tournaments coming up. We're doing this very tournament next weekend. Another Lone Star Showdown next Saturday.
All right, Jack 7-4 the flop here. We're going to see who can open things up here now that we're short-handed. Harris has showed signs of being able to jump in there, and he's going to jump in there here with the gut shot and take it down.
That's right. These are the PPRs, the Poker Power Rangers. Yeah, so this next Saturday we'll have this same tournament
Okay,
again.
the Lone Star Showdown.
That's right.
$250 entry.
What do we say, RJ? It's not a bro down, it's not a hoe down, but it's the Lone Star Showdown.
Showdown.
$250 buy-in, $50K guarantee. Just like today, we got a guarantee of $78,000. Pretty dang nice. But we do have a PLO Madness tournament coming up on April the 12th. That's a Sunday, 1 p.m. And then right after that, we go right into our even bigger one for the month of April.
Bigger.
Kasra going to take that one down. But yeah, the even bigger one is going to start on April the 14th. That's going to go on for a week as there's going to be 2 flights a day till we get to that day 2 on Sunday, and we'll stream that final table on Monday. I believe that's the 20th. Lego's favorite
Correct.
day,
Yep.
420.
19th will be day 2. 20th will be the final table. All right, Harris got a suited King 8 on the button. Hand 52. Tonight's final table. We're down to 3. Man, Adil's got ace queen of hearts.
Waste no time. Those red chips are those 100K chips.
He's going to bump it up some more. 875,000 to go.
And you're thinking, oh yeah, King 8, just throw it away. But they're 3-handed. He's got position. It's just 500. What, 75 more to call here? Well, 5 and something there. What is that? 325 is the bet from Harris.
Yep. Pretty large 3-bet here to 875,000.
550.
So it'll be 550 to call. You don't have to play the suited King 8 here, but it's understandable if you want to, right? Suited King 8 Pretty good hand three-handed, but he is up against a spot that he doesn't want to mess with. And good thing for Harris, he lets it go. King 8 in the muck.
The deal takes a sip of that Coke Zero, trying to get a sponsorship, and drags in some chips.
You play what?
It's always a fun question somebody asks you at the table. Do you play a lot? Not first time.
I've been here since Wednesday.
Haven't gone home.
It's a secret.
Shout out again to our man Wild Willie doing the dealing tonight.
Three, deuce 5. The 3 lands the best of it here. That's Harris with the 10-3 of diamonds.
Kasra's got that open ender. Those are always fun. But it's Adil who's doing the betting with just queen high.
Yeah, he's got queen jack clubs, 2 big old cards that landed absolutely nothing.
Not a single club and no pair.
They do get the pair out of there as Harris takes the train, throws his 3 in the muck.
Would have caught him a second pair on that train.
7 of spades here, so both players brick out. Queen jack best. Kasra's going to come out swinging.
And I like it.
Knows he can't win it with queen 4 whiff.
He wants to look at those pretty cards one more time before he puts them to death. That's called a card funeral. Look at them one last time. Say what could have been, like an old girlfriend. You think next time Willie's on stream, we can get him to wear an eye patch so we can call him One-Eyed Willie?
No.
No? Okay. I tried. He's our favorite Willie. Only Willie we know.
Willie.
Willie. He's doing good work tonight. RJ's ashamed of his co-commentator tonight. We're sorry, folks. Every now and then we turn into 4th graders. We get here in the booth.
I love our man Willie in the box. He's actually sent me some heat. You know how I don't necessarily believe in dealer jinxes and all that, but Willie has done some good pots for me.
You heard it here first, folks. RJ loves Willie in a box.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you were there for one of them when the old ace-jack clubs took out the jacks at a final table not long ago. That was my man Willie.
That's right.
A couple of cash pots have gone really, really well with him spinning the cards as well.
Goonies never say die, Lego.
All right, small blind trying to limp in there. Kasra noticing this types of things, so he's going to bump it up. But a deal does call, so we're going to see a flop. A deal comes out swinging there with the 7-8, but gets a call from Kasra as he lands top pair with his king deuce.
Yeah, we're going check, check now.
6 would be interesting. An 8 could be interesting. Adil's got an 8.
It's going to go bet and call.
400,000 from Adil. Call from Kasra. Off to the showdown we go. King's good.
King Dewey.
Yeah, 1.2 million in profit there for Kasra. Doing some work in the big blind. Nice job.
And creating his own Taj Mahal over there. Beautiful mound of chips turned into almost like a city.
Got the towers rocking over there.
Harris is our short stack, but he's not too low. Has been a little card dead the last orbit or so. Good thing is the orbits go quick when you're three-handed.
Man, they do. You only get one free hand. That's on the button. Adil's coming in on the button. Just limps with the 6-8 of hearts.
And Harris says, you want to limp? I'm going to rip it. Who says you need good cards?
King Deuce Rip takes it down for Harris.
And that's going to put him back over that 3 million mark. Our man Kasra all the way up to 8.2 million. He's got more than half the chips in play. Having himself a complimentary cerveza.
Did it tell you if you scanned it up there?
Pocket eights, the snowmen.
Yeah, Kasra looking at 8s on the button. Adil throwing ace-3 away. Doesn't want to mess with it. Throwing ace-3 in the muck, three-handed. How did he know?
One more quick peek. 7,370, 11,470, and then $17,120.
Yeah.
And a trophy.
Look at those pay jumps.
And a 2026 TCH
That'd be
coin.
about 4,000 on the first pay jump, about 6,000 and some change on the second pay jump. So we are playing for a good amount of money here. And just a $250 buy-in. Could this perhaps be the greatest weekly tournament in all the land? Perhaps. Harris on the button with pocket 5s. He's going to bump it up. Deal coming along in the small blind. He's got ace-9.
Careful splash in the pot there.
Got close.
Got close.
Harris checks with, or pardon me, Adil leads out there, and Harris throws the 5s in the muck.
Quick shout out to our friend, Mr. Mike Dries.
Uh-huh.
He actually had to make a little visit to the hospital, and he's still in there.
Uh-oh.
He's watching second Saturday in a row from a hospital bed. So
What?
My man Mike, we hope you get better. We know we will see you on the felt soon. He's got a CT early in the morning.
Okay.
He said he might pass out early, but he is tuning in from a hospital bed. Get well, my friend. I think he was getting gallbladder surgery, man. It's some serious
I
stuff.
saw that.
He was in some pain, but we're going to say a little prayer for our man Mike D, Mr. Dries.
Yeah, get better, Mike. Get to feeling good. Sew that bad boy up, and we'll see you back at the felt very, very soon.
Hand number 60. We got down to three-handed, I think, right at about hand 50.
Yeah,
So-
these three got plenty of chips. 2.3 million the short stack here.
Yeah, we're going to need some card cooperation to get a collision with these stacks.
What hand are we going to be heads up, Eric?
Great question. Now is the time in the chat, folks. Show us you're watching. Show us you're live. Let us know what hand you think it's going to take us to heads up. What is going to be our very first heads-up hand, folks? We're on hand 60 now. Harris is going to help us try to get there. He's got an ace-9, and he's ripped it.
All in from Harris. 2.3 million. The deal rocking 7-5. Kasra, the original raiser here on the button with that Dolly Parton hand. And now Adil asks for a count.
2,365,000 is the official all-in.
And you would think that most players not considering anything right now, but we know that Adil was a little bit ornery getting to this final table. He would find some spots to get in there and go after some big pots.
Yeah, Harris got a couple of those through. Now, King Deuce and Ace-9, he's picked up some blinds, so well done there. I'm going to say hand number 79. I was born in 1979. That's
Okay.
my magic number. We're going to get to heads-up play on hand 79. meaning that's going to be our first heads-up hand, hand number 79.
Lego says 420.69.
Well, I guess I'll have to tell Mom I'm missing church service in the morning because
69 is in play here
if we
for
go
Kiwi and Lego.
If we go 42,069 hands, we'll be here for a long time.
91 coming in from Joaquin, Joe, M. Ryan.
Yeah. 79er, that's mine. Stay off of it.
All right, Harris going to rip it. Suited King 8, all in. Kasra in the big blind with King 10. A little something to think about here.
And if you could only see the cards.
Yeah, Harris all in here. 2.9 million, still enough that would sting to the big stack. So Kasra does let King 10 go.
Yeah, Harris is just picking spots here with hands he's okay fighting with. As long as his cards are live, you can't be much worse than about a 65-35. So he's going to rip it there with that suited king. Pick himself up some more life. He and Adil are about neck and neck here as our shorties. It is Kasra with the lion's share of chips, over 8 million, well over 50%. Time Traveler just tuning in to hit that like button for us, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Time Traveler.
Time Traveler, MVP.
And Harris is going to rip it again.
Yeah, Kasra raising this time with the ace-3 and Harris in the big blind.
He's like, you know what?
Rips it for more.
I'm not enjoying this. This guy keeps ripping into me. Harris has found another king, and he says, you know what? I'll take this to the streets. King 7 is not bad. You can see there, 59.41.
Yeah, if he can get this one through, he's up to nearly 4 million. 3.76 it looks like.
Shows an ace.
Shows an ace and then throws it in the muck, and that will open the door for Harris. He's like, good, I'm doing good work with these kings.
Short stack wizard over there, my man Harris.
That was a close one, bro.
Really?
I mean, it's kind of hard to call that. He's such a...
What? Yeah, we're on break.
Break!
Nothing's shown right now.
Say it ain't
I like
so.
that when you don't really want to give your opponent too much information, but you want to, be nice and have conversation. He says, that was a real close one. And Harris just looks up and goes,
Really?
Really? And just leaves it at that.
I agree.
Well, dadgummit, folks, we're not at heads-up play yet. The players are going to get quick, I think, 6-minute break. So now's your chance to ask questions, talk a little trash, put anything out there that
Who would ever?
you want to get out there. RJ and I are here for you. One of us might need a break because we both have the bladder of a butterfly.
True. I've been in here a long time. This could be a record for me, Eric.
But, yeah, final 3 players
Yeah, I figured.
are going on break right now. They'll be back in just a couple of minutes. So get up, take a potty break, run to let your dogs out, grab a beverage, cook you up something quick. $7,370 is what they've all got locked up.
So am I just going to stay with
Big old pay jump, though, between third, second, and first. $17,120 for first place. And now's the time that we're going to ask AI,
Oh, dear.
what can you buy for $17,120?
2 of RJ's Honda Civics. And you get some money back.
What did I say? $17,120
We'll see what.
in 2026.
Are you on Chat GPT or Siri
No,
or
we're
what
just
you
doing good
Okay.
old AI. So here we go. Based on projections for 2026, $17,120
How should we spend our $17,000?
is a tight budget for new high-demand items, but can still purchase specific entry-level vehicles, livestock,
Oh, my gosh.
or serve as a substantial tax credit. So here's what you can buy
It's a tight
this
budget,
year
folks.
for
Tight budget.
$17,000. You can buy a 2026 Mitsubishi Mirage,
Ooh.
brand new
Okay.
Mitsubishi Mirage. You can buy a 2026 Nissan Versa,
Okay.
or you can buy some fat cattle. A good bull or a fat
Oh,
cattle
Yeah.
is valued between $17,000 and $17,500. So all you cowpoke out there,
Get you a good bull.
Come out next Saturday. We've got another Lone Star Showdown. Hopefully we'll get a better top prize than 17,120. But
right.
if that's what the prize is going to be, you can buy you a fat cattle.
Pull them jeans up before you step in it, folks.
Absolutely. Other than that, that's just a good bankroll builder in my world. $17,120 off of a $250 buy-in. You don't have to buy a big old bull with that. You can just put it in the bank.
Try to turn it into 3 bulls.
Let it ride.
This is here. This is dead. There's off 3.
No trouble with the stream. It started about an hour late. I think we thought the tournament was going to start a little bit earlier.
Yeah, large
They
field today.
got down to like 10, 11 players, and we just kind of guesstimated when it was going to get down to the final 9. It ended up lasting for a hot minute, and that helped save me because I grinded this tournament today, finished in 44th place, and me and my min cash went home and cried about it on the couch with Hazel Pants, my
Still
dog.
got a quick nap in, huh?
I got a good nap in, and I woke up and looked at my phone, and it said they've made the final 9. I said, oh
my
God,
goodness.
I better haul bananas up here, and I made it in time.
Yeah, large field today, 373 entries, so that took some time to get through. And we are down to our final 3.
Reminder, too, if you're enjoying watching these Saturday tournaments, we still have our Thursday Deep Stack, our Funky Friday tournament, and obviously our big Saturday tournaments. We started January 1st a new Triple Crown free roll, $15,000 we kind of found in our prize pool, whatever, some extra money basically at the club, and they said, hey, let's celebrate our tournament grinders and let's get a little free roll going and make it fun for these players to start playing some more tournaments and make some final tables. So if you make a final table in all 3 of these, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday tournaments, you will qualify for an entry in that Triple Crown 15K free roll that's happening on June the 7th. If you win a Thursday, a Friday, and Saturday tournament outright, not only do you get a seat into that free roll, we actually put you up on a billboard out there like Mallory has on the wall, like a newspaper article, calling you the Triple Crown winner. So if you can win all 3 of these tournaments between now and June 1st, you will get your face up on our wall and you will live forever.
In infamy.
In infamy here at TCH Dallas. But, yeah, the final table folks that make it there are going to receive a TCH swag bag.
Swag?
Yep. And you see there at the bottom the grinder bonus. If you win all 3 events, we'll hang your poster in the room where you will live in infamy. But great opportunity. I know one of our floor managers over there at TCH Social, Chris Frechette, has already made this. Our man Essa, who was on the final table tonight, he's made this. And we have a bunch of players who have already made 2 final tables. They just need that final one, whether it's a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. They just need to make one more final table to qualify for this. I think there's 3 or 4 total so far. But you still have your opportunities. Come out on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Make final tables and get your free seat into this 15K Triple Crown free roll. Really cool opportunity. I kind of got together with John Kelsey and a few other folks with TCH. They said, hey, we've got this, money. We want to do something for our tournament players. What do you think we should do? And we kind of brainstormed, went back and forth, and this is what we came up with. First time doing it, so I think it'll be really cool and just gives folks some incentive and a little extra bragging rights if you get there, and then, of course, if you win the whole damn thing, right?
You betcha. That's not easy to do.
No, it is not.
That would be a cool one to take home.
I tell you what, Lego, I can't either, man. I was in a great spot today. This is my last time I'll tell the bad beat story. I swear it, but really wasn't a bad beat. Small blind versus big blind today. I had 132K left. We just got past the bubble, so I was like, hey, it's time. I got to start building a stack. I've only got – the blinds were at 8,000, 16,000, 16,000.
Okay.
I was like, we're not folding our big aces anymore. We're just ripping it in. We're going to try to get a double and see if we can't make a final table today. So I woke up with a big blind with ace-king suited. There was a middle position that opened to –
And you're rocking like 8 blinds, right?
Guy made it 32,000, so a min click. The small blind rips it for about 180, and I've got 132. I look down at that ace-king suited, and, baby, we can't get it in fast enough.
No way.
Middle position folds. Me and the small blind, it's small versus big. We turn over my ace-king suited and his jacks. I get a beautiful ace-king 5 flop. Woo! we go from a
Oh, baby.
45 to 55-ish dog. You know, I'm up against
Yeah.
the jacks. It's basically a flip, but I flopped the two.
Did you stand up?
I flopped the 2 pair. I forgot to stand up for stand-up equity.
I'm
so
not a stand-upper.
I can't win 90-20s because once I got to that flop, I was at 90. I was at 90-10.
Yeah.
Forget 80-20s. I couldn't even win my 90%er there. He hit his 2-outer on the turn, and that is
Did you
all
stand
she
up
wrote.
when the jack come out?
Nope, I didn't stand up when the jack come out because I just said to myself, you know what, an ace or a king are coming. And they did.
There you go.
They didn't, RJ.
That's how I do it. I'm proud of you.
So we took our min cash. We punched the steering wheel on the way home, and then we went and got some cuddles from Miss Hazel Pants and took a nice nap. And we came back so we could do this final table. And the feller that knocked me out, RJ, didn't even make the final table. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, your chips weren't that good.
I guess not. Well, they're on the table. My chips are on the table, but I don't. Somewhere they got there.
He decided to share them with somebody else.
Absolutely. I know the young man that busted me, and I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head. I'm great with faces, terrible with names. That's why I'm still single.
Johnny
at 46.
Chan.
It wasn't Johnny Chan. Might have been a distant cousin, but it was not Johnny Chan. Not sure what TCH has going on tomorrow. I know they're doing some auditions for dealers. If you're an experienced dealer, they're doing auditions. So check the website. They've announced that on Facebook and on the Grams. But
There you go.
They're
They say
looking
that
for experienced dealers
At
now.
the Dallas location, or
Yeah. So if you've dealt a couple games of Uno and Go Fish, might not be your spot. But if you have some free time after spending your Easter with family tomorrow, and you're an experienced dealer, get your pants over here to TCH Dallas. Get a shot at becoming a dealer at one of the premier poker clubs in all of the land. And I believe we should be coming back from break. We got 2 of the players here. We're just waiting on Captain Lavender.
blue?
Yeah, of course, when you're looking at it that way, Lego, for sure. You're going to take your ace-king against Jackson and Dave when you're needing to try to turn your stack into something. But, man, when you get there on the flop, you're thinking, okay, 2 measly little cards I got to dodge, and there's only 2 more opportunities. And, bam, first pitch. Here you go. Yeah, we're never changing the decision. We just want the outcome to change. Amen to that.
Would you just ask him, okay? Would you take 9,200 right now?
Uh-oh. I hear a little negotiating.
What?
Would you take 9,200 if he agrees?
Oh, Austin, or our man Harris isn't back.
He's not back, and we got Kasra and Adil.
And he doesn't love tournaments, so he
Talking
may
numbers.
not chop. He's one of those old cash game grinders. They're kind of allergic to the C word like us.
Here he comes. How great does that hoodie look right there? But then it gets into the light, and the lavender comes out.
Blue.
What do you want to do? Flatten the payouts?
Give me 1 second. Okay. Would you guys take 9,500 each and give me the rest?
But they're all here, but they're
And be
talking about
closest. So that means I'm getting 15K?
I want to play it out, but I'm down to
No, but
flatten
listen to what I'm saying.
He's
Repeat my
listening.
stack. I'm saying I'm only wanting 2K less than the top price. I
Yeah.
take 15, you guys chop the rest evenly.
they're all, yeah.
Listen, but listen, take a second to listen to what I'm saying.
I'm okay with
What do you mean? I'm
You
just
guys-
asking them.
You guys can still talk about it while we deal with
Of course, yes, yes. Yeah, but no, but it's pretty. But look at my stack though. I have 3 times your everybody.
14?
I'll take 14.
He said I have 3 times. We'll do the math, folks. That's not 3 times.
And
1 double up, and these guys are right there with Kasra.
I'm giving.
He wants 15,000.
Can you give us?
I will pause the clock one time for you guys.
We're going to pause the clock 1 time. So if you heard Kasra, he says, hey, let's end this right now. Give me 15,000. I'll let you guys chop the rest.
It sounded like Harris said, if you take 14,000, I'll do the math here and see if I like it.
Yeah, Harrison was thinking maybe they were going to flatten the payouts a little bit. But he wants to play it out, I heard him say.
11 and 7 is 18.
They do let the players stop the clock,
Plus
basically.
3 is 21. So that would be looking at 14 and then like a 10-5, 10-5 area.
Yeah. Well, he's also thinking that he's got these players 3-1 on chips, and while he does have half the chips in play right now, both players are 1 double up from leapfrogging over him. So they'll come up to the decision that this is that one opportunity where TCH has nothing to do with any of the conversations. They will not facilitate the chop for you. They will give you an app that you can look at. They will show you where you can find ICM chop numbers, but they will not help you decide what you want to do with your money. They don't want to get involved. We don't want to get involved in that. So it is up to the players to decide if they want to do anything to either flatten out some of these payouts to give second and third a little bit more money, or if they just want to do an ICM chop, the independent chip model, where you get a payout based off of what's left in the prize pool and based off of your percentage of the remaining chips. This is going to be their one opportunity right now to talk about this while they're three-handed. And I'm with you. Unless it's broccoli, folks, I don't want to chop.
Can you find out what the number is? Okay, so.
Said 14-7.
Okay, so you're gonna do what this number? So you're gonna do 11.
The problem is, you know, a player with a bigger stack, you understand, they want first place money.
10,580 is the number you're looking for, both of you.
So there you go. If it's, I mentioned that I thought 14,000 would be about 10-5 to the other two.
Yeah, if both players are guaranteed a 5-figure payout, 10,000 plus.
That's what he's telling you over there. If you get 14.8, they both get 10,580.
Let's do it. I can be playing for the trophy.
You guys can play for the trophy, but I need the final numbers and I need all thumbs up. So what's the final number?
14.8 to me.
1480.
The rest they're gonna chop even.
No, 14.8. 14,800.
14,800.
And then they're both going to get 10,580.
Just so you guys know, if we add the top three together, we get 35,960.
Okay.
Right? You said you wanted 14,800. So 14,800, 10,580, 10,580. So I'm going to confirm here. 14,800.
Yeah.
Plus 10,580.
It's a fucking great deal for y'all. I'm giving away 2K.
35,960.
You hear, Kasra?
35,960.
It's a fucking great deal for y'all.
960.
In tournaments, you do better than me.
I'm just
You
confirming
know
my
what
numbers.
my earnings are on
The deal gives it the thumbs up, but he's got that look like he was ready to
My
battle.
number's right.
Folks, it's their money. They get to do what they want with it, but I'm just going to tell you, RJ, I don't like it.
I don't love it, but when you turn $250 into
10 grand.
$10,000, you can. It's easy to say yes. It is.
Okay, I want the trophy.
We're not playing for the trophy. The money, the most money gets the most.
Yeah, there's no playing for the trophy that once you chop. The guy who gets the most money gets the trophy. So you don't play it out. Once they decide that somebody gets first place money, that player gets the trophy. So that's going to do it, folks.
That's it. No more hands, Eric.
It's going to be our man Kasra taking home just over 14,000. Harris and Adil, I don't know who they're officially going to say finished second
Kiwi
or third.
says no chop, but we got a chop.
Those two players are going to finish with a little over 10,500. So Harris and Adil are going to take home 10-5 plus. And our winner of today's Lone Star Showdown is going to be Kasra. He's going to take home over 14,000. I'm with you, Mark. I say boo. I say darn it, dadgummit, all those things.
All the things.
That is going to do it. Nice run for all these folks and really nice scores. All three players finishing in the five-figure club here. Good night, everyone. Have a blessed Easter. He is risen. God bless you. For TCH, I'm Eric Van Loozen. Joining me is RJ Dupree always. We out of here.
Good night, TCH.